Joe. And I'll never forget, Joe brought these home, the retro card. I was like, what is going? And I knew about Jordans. I knew that at the time, my favorite Jordan growing up was the Bugs Bunny because of Boy Meets World.
Yeah.
So I always remember in those first 2 seasons, Corey was beating those joints up, and I was like, oh, I want those so bad. But my mom was not. She wasn't jacking none of that. Like, I remember getting like so many like off-brand Nikes. I don't know if anybody remembers, but like back in the 90s, like the NHL had a Nike. I had those.
I don't know.
Yeah, I know. That's how bad it was. So this was the first time I seen a sneaker and was like, oh, I gotta get this.
Yeah.
I gotta get this. And I was able to get that pair.
What's good, everyone? Welcome back to My First Kicks, and this is episode 229. And this week, this man, you showed on me one time.
To bring that up right now, it's crazy.
Yeah, hell yeah, from the jump. Nah, but Mouse, you my guy, so welcome to the podcast,
my boy.
Thank
you for having me, man. I love this platform. I've been watching you for a few months now, so when we met, I was like, oh, that's I mess with him, so I'm glad that we was able to make this happen.
Listen, man, I don't know how to take compliments, but it was crazy when you told me that, and I was like, how do you even know who I? Because
bro, the platform is. People like to think everything is niche, but like the nicheness of this community is like there's so much overflow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So just because I might like this or I might be successful at this over here doesn't mean that I'm still not an avid lover of this. And then I lean into you guys like you and Kari, Sneaker Fetish, and like you two are like kind of like the people I probably lean on the most for like, man, if I miss something, what do I need to know? What do I need to be up on?
Yeah.
So, I love you guys, man. I love what y'all do for the community. I love what y'all do for the space overall.
No, man, I appreciate that. Like, what you have done in, I feel like just Black culture in general.
Thank
you. You're a huge, like, I remember finding out about Trap Karaoke, like, when it was just like small rooms,
right,
and I was like, this is crazy.
So for the projector,
and then for you to tell me like, yo, I fuck with your shit, I was just like, what is going on?
Put me up on you, Robbie.
Yeah,
shout out my boy Robbie.
Shout out Robbie.
Like Robbie y'all would always be interacting on live, and I'm like, who is that? And I would see it, and then I didn't put two and two together that I was seeing your clips on Twitter. Like your clips. You got a few clips that like caught fire on Twitter. Yeah. So then I was like, oh, that's the same dude. I bet.
Yeah, man, I appreciate you. But the reason why I brought that up, why you no-show in that episode, is because without him no-showing, I wouldn't have had the solo episode, which is actually one of my most successful episodes. Like, so
you're welcome.
But for people who are not familiar with you, how about you introduce yourself?
My name is Mouse Jones, aka the guy next door, aka the man that put the Jux in juxtaposition, aka the best host in America.
Yes, sir.
I'm just a media personality and comedian, host of Deadass Comedy Show, creator of Deadass Comedy Show, host of Trap Karaoke,
host of the BET Awards,
host of the BET
red carpet, black carpet.
What
carpet? What color carpet?
It's red carpet. It's a red carpet. I've hosted the BET award pre-show 2 years in a row now. Do some pretty cool things with Amazon. I do some pretty cool things.
Yeah, hell yeah, man.
Yeah,
that last one was fire. You and Wayno.
Oh man, shout out to Wayno, shout out to Nyla, shout out to Erykah Badu, the legend. Thank you for having us. I do some cool stuff. My life's pretty cool. Got some cool things on the horizon.
Hell yeah. So because we gotta talk about it. We jump straight into the question.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna ask you, what's your first kicks? What's that first pair of sneakers you absolutely needed to have?
Right here, I bought them for you.
Yeah.
I bought them. So this is the 2012 release. This is my favorite sneaker of all time. This is the Air Jordan 3 True Blue.
Blues. They get a lot of slack
I don't know how, but I'm happy because I'm always able to get them. As you can tell, paint is coming off.
I always have that same problem with fours and threes with the paint scratching in the inside.
Yeah, it's an oldie, but I put these on as much as I can. But yeah, this is the one. This like I want to say when they retroed the first time in 01. Yeah, they retro in 01.
Yeah.
At the time, not even, I won't just say at the time. To this day, my cousin Joe is like, he's like my first brother. Because I'm the oldest of my mom's kids. I'm oldest of all my parents' kids. But I didn't have a sibling.
Yeah.
But my cousin Joe was the closest thing I had to a sibling.
Only child?
No. I'm the oldest.
Yeah.
So I'm the oldest. So
okay.
there's
but then there's like
so much
age
space
gap.
between like there's 4 years between me and my sibling. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
and I'm the only boy.
Yeah.
So there's just certain I didn't have anybody to look up to like that except for Joe. And I'll never forget Joe brought these home, the retro card. I was like, what is going? And I knew about Jordans. I knew that at the time, my favorite Jordan growing up was the Bugs Bunny because of Boy Meets World.
8s. Yeah.
So I always remembered in those first 2 seasons, Corey was beating those joints up, and I was like, oh, I want those so bad. But my mom was not. She wasn't jacking none of that. Like I remember getting like so many like off-brand Nikes. I don't know if anybody remembers, but like back in the 90s, like the NHL had a Nike. I had those.
I don't know. Yeah,
I know. That's how bad it was. So this was the first time I seen a sneaker and was like, oh, I gotta get this.
Yeah.
I gotta get this. And I was able to get that pair a few years later. So if they dropped in 01, I probably got them in like 04.
Yeah.
And then shout out to Pop. It sounds so funny, but shout out to my man Pop from the barbershop. He made sure I was able to get those.
The barbershop?
Yeah. Like Biggie said. So shout out my man Pop from the barbershop. But nah, Pop held it down. Pop was like the first sneaker plug. Pop was the first official sneaker plug. So I remember it was 04. I was going into junior year. Yeah, because I went to high school 03. So it was 04 going into junior year. And I was like, Ma, I gotta get this. She was like, ain't happening, Pop. And I, you know what I mean? Through my own ways. Yeah. Made sure I had the bread to get these. So Pop made sure I had them. And I beat them.
Of course.
I beat them. I'm talking about, and in high school, beat you. Like, you're not out here beating your sneakers in high school, not at our age.
Playing tag? I mean, no.
I wasn't playing nothing in them. I'm talking about
middle school playing tag.
Yeah, but I wasn't playing nothing in them. I was wearing these, but I wore them so much. I really loved these sneakers because they just represented everything.
Was that your first white shoe?
No. We had mad.
Your parents would let you.
I still have Air Forces. Like my mom would give me a white pair and a black pair.
Oh, okay.
The year off.
All right.
And then, I'm telling my parents financial business, but I would get a white pair and a black pair of Air Forces to start the year off. Then when tax season happened, I probably get whatever Jordan came out probably like a month prior. And then my birthday is in April, so that's like a month and a half after tax season. Yeah. And then you gotta wear everything from that year. You gotta wear it during the summer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So it's a far cry from where I ended up at, where I'm at now.
I hope you've been enjoying this episode with Mouse, but I wanted to jump in and remind y'all to like, comment, and subscribe on this video. And also, if you've been listening to this on Apple or Spotify, leave a review. Plus, at the end of this episode, we're doing Patreon shoutouts. And you can be shouted out on next week's episode by subscribing to patreon.com/myfirstkicks. But back to the episode.
But I remember in 2012 when these dropped, wasn't missing these for nothing. Shout out my baby mother. She made sure she stood online.
Oh, that's love. Online?
That was line days.
That's crazy.
That was line days.
So I mean, I want to know about like your transition into being fly. I think you fly.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So like the fits you be throwing on at Deadass Comedy, I'm like, all right, man, you got it.
Yeah. We love putting together a fit.
So like, where did that, was that high school or were you just always?
I always had the vision.
Yeah.
Didn't have the means.
Right. Yeah.
So I was, I kind of shifted away from whatever. Like I was, a follower at one point. Big white tee, some jeans, a do rag, and a regular Scully, or a fitted, or a big baggy fitted, or something like that.
The size 8s.
Yeah, it was fucking
tucking
bad.
your ears in them,
tucking the ears, flipping the brim. It was bad, bro. It was so bad. But yeah, man, at that time, like, very heavily influenced by Rockefeller, heavily influenced by Dipset, heavily influenced by Fab and a lot of the niggas in Brevoort. My pops is from Brooklyn, so by the time I'm in high school, I'm getting on a train coming up to Brooklyn on my own. I'm going over the Fulton on my own, trying to see the spots.
Where you from originally?
So I was born on Long Island.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, you know, growing up out there, there's no real fashion sense.
You just like
everybody think I'm born.
Yeah,
no, everybody think I'm born and raised in Brooklyn. No,
yeah,
my pops is from Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I've been coming to Brooklyn. I've been in Brooklyn my whole adult life. But I went to school. I went to high school on Long Island. Went to middle school on Long Island, elementary school, all that on Long Island. But yeah, there's no real fashion sense out there.
Nah, yeah,
there's no fashion sense out there. So
from my especially like our time, I feel like we're the same, around the same age. 37. I'm just turned 37.
Oh, we're same age. I'm 36.
Yeah. So like that's during that time. Yeah, that is like
no fashion.
It's like it's nothing but like glass jaw, like hardcore kids. It's just like
it's bleak. It's very bleak out there.
Yeah.
So
especially being like black out there too.
I mean, it was a trickle down, right? So whatever they was doing in the boroughs, whatever they was doing in Queens, because where we was at, everybody would like go to the Ave. Jamaica Ave was the spot. The Coliseum was the spot. Shout out to my Aunt Sharon. My Aunt Sharon always kept us in me personally, she kept us in the Ave, kept me at the Ave, kept me in Brooklyn, kept me in Fulton, kept me at, you know, on Delancey. So I knew the fly stuff. My pops always kept me on Delancey, always kept me with a good life. So I knew what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
It was just the funds. And being the oldest kid in the boy, essentially everything was more expensive for me. So my parents made the best they could do. So in that, I want to say when Kanye came out, that's where the turn really started. I was like, I could go to the store and I could get a polo from Marshalls or something like that. And I could flip that with some what we used to call them, Bahama joints.
Oh yeah,
I could flip that with that.
Yeah.
Get a small t-shirt. I could do that. So once I started doing that, shout out to my man Swift, my man Chris. He really was like the first fashion influence I could like reach out and touch.
Yeah.
Chris was the first person I seen in a Visual. And Chris was, I don't know where Chris is from. Shout out to my boy Chris, my man Swift. He's still a fly nigga, still doing it up. But I don't know where he from. I don't know how he ended up on Long Island. Like he not from there. I never seen him until we was like mad old. So his family must have moved out there from somewhere. When he moved out there, he was the first person I seen wear a cardigan. I never seen a person wear a cardigan in real life.
That's
like
crazy.
That's typically what we would see. That's typically what we would see someone do, a rapper do, like second album, third album, or you gotta go to the carpet or something. I never forget Chris backed out the cardigan with the goody Visuals, and I said, this nigga's going crazy. The fly, he's walking in the hallway, he's going crazy.
Yeah.
That summer it was over.
Oh yeah, everybody.
That summer it was the turn. That for me, that was the turn. So then shout out to my boy David. Him and his brother, they twins. His brother Black cut my hair to this day. But David, you know, he was gay. My little cousin Sean, they was super fly.
Yeah.
We all wore the same size. So I was able to kind of trade clothes with my cousin Sean and David. So if there was one pair of Visuals, two pair of Visuals, we was trading them through. So you know what I mean? So then it just became, you know, and then around our time in high school, that's the retro kids and the V kids. And so it was a lot of inspiration, a lot of playing with fashion. But it was definitely 10th grade, because that's when I started earning my own money.
Right.
So I could really do with it what I want. So it was crazy. I always, from day one, I always started feet up. So I got my hands on some money. I'm going to pop. What up? I'm getting on the train. I'm going downtown. What's up? I'm going downtown Manhattan. I'm going to LES. I'm at Atmos. What up? I'm at Bape. What up?
Yeah.
And at that point, it was over. Then the inspiration just grew from Pharrell and Nigo and once again Jim and Jewels. Specifically Jim. Jim was one of the flyest people I ever seen when Jim came out. So it was pretty much those fashion senses with my own eye was really responsible for that like explosion.
And you were very outside during this time, right?
Very, because I was the only boy. You couldn't stop me. Once I like them shoulders, bro, I was like, I'm doing what I want, bro. Like
I'm out.
I see you at home, bro. Like I see you. What time you want to be home? 7. I'll be home at 8. So yeah, by then I was outside, and then just those fashion, all those outside experiences. Everything daily influences my fashion sense.
What do you got, like a couple stories where you seen some crazy?
Oh, absolutely. I never, like, I tell people to this day, women are like the top influence for me when it comes to fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Like seeing how women interact with male clothing inspires me to wear my clothes.
Right, yeah.
So I'll never forget the first time I seen Vashti in person.
Mm-hmm.
Vashti had on the flannel with the jersey under it with some cargo. And I had never seen all these pieces put together like that. I said, I have all those pieces at home. I'm gonna go remix this, and I had like 15 of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or like I remember meeting Cuddy the first time.
Oh yeah.
Outside of Bait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was just a wild time that and if you know that Wendy's over there by the old Bait. Time. You feel what I'm saying? Like times like meeting up, like remembering the first sneaker con, like over there when it used to be in the little basement over there off Green, I believe, in the next to the Catholic school or whatever. Like,
oh yeah,
like
I always forget about that. Yo,
that was like the first sneaker con, bro. Like I waited in line to get in there.
I was
like,
in there too. Yeah,
flipped like 4 or 5 pairs of sneakers, left with like 10. Like it was a different time. But yeah, all of those moments, I had stories for days about that stuff, bro.
I mean, I definitely want to hear. I want to hear. Just bring out like your best one.
All right.
Yeah.
So, that's speaking of that sneaker con, right? I go to that sneaker con and I had some bullshit.
Yeah.
I go to that sneaker con with bullshit. I had a pair of Kobe 6s. They were the blue and gray. And then I had the Notre Dame Kobe 8s.
Okay.
I go in there, I'm like, I'm just getting these off. I'm just getting these off. I'm gonna come on. I had bread in my pocket, but I'm like, I'm gonna get these off. I'm gonna get 3 pair of sneakers for these 2. I know I am. I go in there. There's this kid, he got a whole Kobe table. And he got like 1s, 2s. He got Hirachi 2K4s. Ooh. So I see the Volts.
Oh.
And I had beat my Volts. Beat them. So I play ball in mine. So I was like, nah, I need a pair. So he's like, yo, what you want to do? So I was like, yo, you give me the Volts, I'll give you these 2 right now. He's like, nobody knew those Notre Dame Kobe's that came out, the Crazy 8s.
Yeah.
So nobody knew they had came out. So I'm holding, and people at this time, this is when everybody loves sneakers, not just Jordans, Kobe's, whatever. So he's like, all right, I'll give you these and these. So I ended up getting the all black pair of 2K4s, and I ended up getting the Volts.
Yeah.
So now I'm for one, I just got 2.
Yeah.
Still got the 6s I could try and get rid of. So I go to somebody who had the I still have these to today, matter of fact. Kanye had just posted a picture, I think he was like with Amber Rose something. He had just posted a picture in the varsity red 6s.
Oh yeah.
I said,
I knew he was gonna say
these.
6s.
I need these.
Yeah.
Kid got him at the table. I said, what you want for him? He said like $450. I said, oh my God. I said, oh my God. I said, I give you all 3 of these.
Yeah.
So I moved the Volts, the black 2K4s, and the 6s for those 6s.
Yeah.
So now I got the 6s. So now I'm like, I got what I wanted.
Yeah.
I'm good now. Now I'll start spending. Cause I'm like, all right, all of this was made from just trading sneakers back and forth.
Yeah.
And then I think from there that's the day I ended up meeting. Who did I meet that day? I met Royce the 5'9". That's where I got cool with Royce the 5'9". Shout out to Nickel.
Yo, shout out.
But that's where I got
one
cool
of my favorite
Royce.
rappers. I'm just gonna say my bad.
Royce is fine.
Yeah.
Royce is literally, that's where I met him at. Who else? I met a few people that day.
In that sneaker con?
In that sneaker con.
That's crazy.
I met like a few people that I'm still friends with today, still cool with today. I want to say...
You can't even beg some of these people to come back to this.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You shouldn't be able to. But nah, like, I just remember that day specifically because it was like, everything I said I was going to do, I did.
Yeah.
And it was just a great time in sneakers. It was, nobody was... I mean, $450 was crazy. I wasn't paying that. But... Now, right.
That's not happening here. I don't think anybody's. My favorite part of that, like sneaker con or like going to sneaker pimps or dunk exchange, was the haggling.
The haggling and the trading.
The trading and the haggling was at the peak moment, yo. I walked in one time to a dunk exchange, and this is when SBs was down. Right? And so pull up, and I'm like, all right, I got I think I only had like 200 on me
Right,
at
right.
the time, right? Pull up, I left out there with and I still have these to this day. Iowa's
Okay.
SBs,
Okay.
Fog SBs, and
Nice.
DS.
Yeah, yeah.
DS. And then I think I sold off something that was like not my size. It wasn't Brian, maybe it might have been Brian Anderson. That Brian Anderson's in a size 12 that were like mad tight.
They're
on
mad
me.
tight. All of those were tight around that time.
Yeah.
And that's when we still were trying to figure out like, yo, why is my foot, why is SB way bigger or way smaller in my size than the regular dog?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just that time, bro. That time of copping sneakers. Like, tell you another story. Like the only time I've ever stood online for a sneaker. The only time I ever stood online for a sneaker. Shout out my boy Manny. Manny, you did well by me, my boy. I don't know where you at right now, but shout out to my boy Manny.
If you're watching.
Yeah, Manny from Long Island, good Dominican kid. He was he was real close with my little cousin.
Yeah.
But he worked at the Finish Line a little further east from where I'm from.
Mm-hmm.
So he would always look out. The Concords was dropping. I said, brother, what can we do?
Yeah.
He's like, Mouse, I ain't gonna lie to you. I can't backdoor. Like, you gotta show up. You gotta be in the line.
Mm-hmm.
I said, bet. I didn't know nothing about line culture. I heard about it, knew nothing about it. I'm like, all right, bro, I'm gonna get out there probably like store open at 7, whatever it open. I got there by like 2.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, when I got there at 2, bro, I'm at Smith Haven Mall. Bro, the line was wrapped around the security. So I do what I know how to do.
Yeah.
There's a little white kid at the front.
Yeah.
Paid the nigga $100.
Oh, yeah, he came up.
Paid the nigga $100. I said, bro, let me get in front of you. Like, when the door open, you're gonna go in front of me. But boom. He's like, all right, pay it. I'm sitting out there. I done watched fights happen.
Yeah.
I done watched people get talked to super crazy. I'm like, yo, this is what we do? This is what we go through, bro?
Yes, man. Yeah.
This is what we go through?
Yeah.
Man, them doors open. I only had the go-ahead to go to Foot Action where Manny works and pick up my sneaker, pick up my size. Because that's when they would come to the door.
Right.
What size are you?
Yeah.
Give you your tag. Boom. Nigga, something, I don't know what it was. I go to Foot Action. Rest in peace, Foot Action. I go to Foot Action where Manny works. I get my size. I'm walking out. Champs is right there. Days look super lax.
Yeah.
So I just walk in. I still have the Foot Action bag.
Yeah.
I walk in. Size 10? They say, yup. Boom. So I just asked. I was like, yo, I see the people coming in or whatever, everybody moving around. I lean over and ask the girl checking me out.
Yeah.
I say, yo, you got another size 10? She said, I can't give you another size 10, but I give you a 9.5. I said, boom.
Tripled up.
So now I tripled up, right? I got 2 10s and a 9.5. I'm walking out. Foot Locker, right there. If anybody from Long Island is watching, y'all remember and you've been to Smith Haven Mall, you remember the way it was set up. Foot Locker, Kids Foot Locker, Foot Action, Champs. It was all in that same row.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yo, worst they can say is no. I go in there. Y'all got a 10? Yeah. Boom.
Yo, cleaning up, yo.
So I walk out that motherfucker with 6 pairs. All my children. I walk out there with 6 pairs. I paid retail for everything. So what? I'm down like a band, 12, whatever.
Yeah.
Brother, I sold 2 pair in the parking lot for that.
I bet, yo.
I was like, oh, I'm up. Man,
pay for everything, yo.
Nigga, I said, I'm good. I'm so good. I'm so good. But yeah, that was the only time I ever waited online. It was my only line story. Everything else, my Yeezy ones, everything I've had, Manny. Everything was either Manny. Shout out to my boy Nav. I know Nav is gonna watch when I post this. My boy Nav, he has a sneaker store now. His new sneaker store in Long Island is called First Class. FCS.
Shout out.
FCS. Shout out FCS. The last time I was on Long Island, I stopped by there and spent some money with them. But yeah, Nav is heavy with the heavy and the Queens. People like, back when Slow Bucks was big and who else? Who else was going through there? Chinks would run with them.
Yeah.
Jewels and all of them. So my man Nav, but me and Nav went to high school together. Nav family used to own the Athlete Shop, which was like our little local sneaker shop. Would have sneakers that already released but still have them. You know what I mean? So yeah, shout out to
what part of Long Island is this?
North Babylon.
North Babylon. Oh, okay. Yeah, because like I only knew about Extra Butter and Renards.
Extra Butter was big. That's when you start going out west, start going towards Queens. But shout that. But yeah, that was my only line store. I never waited online for nothing else ever in my life.
I'm curious, like, how'd you get your start into, starting Trap Karaoke and like actually becoming like this personality?
So Trap Karaoke was running already when they had been running for like 4 or 5 years when I got on board with them. I remember going to the very, 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 very first Trap Karaoke. They did it in like this small bar in the LES. And it was just mad fun, bro. Yeah. It was so fun. This is like 2015. This is when everybody was getting newsletters and shit. Yeah. Right? So this is, during that time. And it was fire, bro. And I was like, oh, this is gonna be huge. Like, this is so fire.
Yeah. Were you already big on Twitter during this time?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's how I got my invite. Yeah. I was lit on Twitter, pissing people off and whatnot.
Yeah.
and then from there, I would try and get the owner's attention. But he was, he had his host and he was comfortable with his host and they were building and I was like, all right, whatever. You know what I mean? That ain't the only work in town. I'll go make my own work. I still had my podcast moving. I think at that time specifically, I had 2 shows. One, I had a show with BT and a show with Complex.
Yeah.
So I was cooking at the time. And then, funny story. The owner reaches out to me to host, to be a part of like this beta he was working on. Like this, it was like a Twitter, it was like a Twitter meets, what's the game? Like Family Feud style game, right? So he flies me and a few other creators or a few
other. Is that HQ?
No, this wasn't HQ. No. This was just his own beta.
Okay.
He flew us out to LA and we tested it out and it was fun. It was cool. Nothing came of it. But he got to see me in person. He got to see me work in person, see how I interact with the crowd. Around the same time, I had hosted my homeboy's first concert. My boy Beat French, he just dropped some new music actually. But I had hosted his first concert in Philly in Melodies for Heaven, which I was known for dropping in the middle of parties. Yeah. Like as a host, I would be like, yo, drop this, I'm telling you. All the DJs be like, you sure? Like, yes. Yes. And so I would drop it. And so we did it. And shit went so viral, went crazy. Like, Kirk Franklin's label reposted it. Kirk reposted it. It was a move. So everybody seeing like, okay, bet. I did the Staples Center a few times with BET. So like you knew who I was. Yeah. He reaches out and he's like, yo, I want you to host this, I want you to host the Trap Karaoke we doing with AT&T. I was like, word. I'm in. Twitter. Kicks your ass. This is before tweet delete. Yeah. This is before everybody get a tweet delete and just scrub it. I don't care how real you think you are, bro. You're going to miss out on a bag because you said something stupid. And you deserve it if it's still up there, bro. So there was some unsavory things, to say the least, that the bigger brand cared about. And so he was like, yo, I can't have you do this. I was heartbroken, bro. I was heartbroken. And I just didn't respond. I'm like, man, fuck this shit, whatever. He reaches out like a month later, like, yo, about to do a show in Philly. You want to host? I said, in my mind, I'm like, Philly? I said, Philly loves me, nigga. So I'm like, absolutely. Yeah. And I came out in the show, did my thing. That was March of 2019. Been rocking ever since.
That is wild. I mean, yeah. What's the last venue you did in New York here? It was
Paramount.
Yeah.
Paramount in Brooklyn. I've been back. Shout out to the boss man. I have been asking us to play that venue for a very long time since it opened. For us to do it, sell it out, pack it out like we did. Dream come true.
Man, that's wild. And then like Deadass, man. Deadass is it is fire. Man. I definitely wanted to talk about that because it's just like, you're venturing into comedy, but you've always been funny, in my opinion.
Thank you. Yes.
I will tell you my story with you, my first
Right.
story with you.
Right.
I don't know. You do not know this.
Okay.
100%. I was on Clubhouse.
Okay.
And you got into an MC Search. Bro, yo, you went in on MC Search, right? And I still have the DMs.
Is that what he was talking about? Like how black he think, like all the black people he grew up around?
Yeah. You was going in on him about how like
guy.
you was going in on him about how he's a visitor in this space.
He's a visitor, man.
Yeah.
You a visitor. Hey, man, shout out to MC Search and all the other white rappers I ran down on during the pandemic, man. I was tired, man. I was tired, man.
And I was like, I messaged him and being like, yeah, Mouse is crazy. Like I was just like trying to, and then he messaged me back with like some other like long diatribe about like, oh yeah, I've been getting this all my life.
Wait, so you threw me under the bus to search?
No. I didn't throw you out. I just said like I didn't understand where you were coming from. And so I was trying to get better clarity.
I got
what's
you.
going on. And then he was saying like, yeah, I've been getting talk that this was, I've been a visitor in this space for a long time. But when I thought about it, I was like, that shit was mad funny. Like when you're in it.
It was pretty funny.
Yeah. When you're in it, like you're like, oh, like I wasn't familiar with you at that time. And I didn't know about your Twitter at that time either. And then I was just like, oh nah, you like me. I'm a button pusher. Whenever I get a chance.
I was on the other side of that, like cackling.
Yeah.
I was on the other side of that phone dying. I'm like, yo, this is so funny to me. Like, you're serious right now? The white rapper show guy?
Yeah.
All right, man.
So yeah, but like that made me familiar with your game. And so like I was just like, okay, I know I gotta come check out Deadass. And so when I pulled up and you were like I knew you, and then I didn't know you knew me.
Yeah.
And then you were like, yo, we should pull up, you good? I was like, all right, I'll pull up. So then I come and I'm like, nah, yeah, this is that, like seeing that crowd, because like one thing about like black crowds, like I've been to a ton of comedy shows. I love comedy. I used to work Comedy Central. So nice. So like that, like being in front of a black crowd is so intimidating, but you make that shit look dumb easy.
Man, it's easy when you know that they know they trust you.
Yeah.
Right? Like that's an audience I've curated over the last year and a half. Me and my team, like I just wanted to have a space downtown for black comedy, for all facets of black comedy, not just the slapstick, super animated, and you're like the smart comedy, the guys that sit down and tell you a story, the guy that hits you with a punchline 3 jokes after the setup.
Yeah.
Like all of it. I want you to see all of this. And there's still more facets to introduce, especially this year. Going into our second year. It's like there's more stuff I want to do with that show. And a lot of that comes with getting the audience to trust you.
Yeah.
The audience know they trust me. They know no matter what, Mouse, we're going to have a good time. These comics, they're here. We're going to it's a black crowd, bro.
Yeah, it is.
Then they work hard for their money. They done paid their hard-earned money, so they gonna work hard for it. You got to work hard for their laugh.
Yeah.
And I don't feel bad about it. I got to go out there. I got to go out there all night. Y'all just
whole
go in
night,
there one time, bro.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's been officially dubbed New York City's toughest room.
It is.
And that is something I wear with honor, because that means our audience is doing their thing.
Yeah.
And this is all the other favorite part of this is my audience knows fashion, my audience knows music, my audience knows TV, they know live events. This is a lot of their first time interacting with live comedy.
Yeah.
Most of that audience probably is used to watching comedy on their phone, watching maybe a special.
Right.
Never sitting down having to listen to a joke. So it's like watching the returning faces and the regulars and the new people.
Yeah.
It's such a gratifying experience.
I mean, like being in that room is like, because like it feels like a family function.
Yeah.
But then you also curate it.
Yeah.
So like I definitely want to give you flowers on that.
Thank
because
you.
it's just like when you go to a comedy show or like you just pull up in a bar or whatever, it's just kind of like, all right. Like,
that's rough.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't miss those open mics. Just hey, we're in this bar where nobody came to hear comedy, but we're doing it.
We're here in comedy.
We're doing it. Yeah.
Hey, and then you're getting barked at in the bar, like, hey, come through to the back. We got comedy show in the back. You're like
right, I guess. So yeah, man. What I try to do, especially with that pre-show, is I try and give these people a real opportunity in front of a real audience.
Yeah.
You figure out what to do once you're up there. So shout out to the people from the pre-show that are becoming, favorites and moving up to the main show. And then shout out to all the OGs and the working comics and the current, hot comics around the city that's, coming by and blessing the stage.
No, yeah. Last show you had Sam J close that joint.
Oh man. The All-Star show's crazy.
All-Star show is crazy.
All-Star show is crazy. Actually, I feel like I should charge people more. Like that was crazy. They got like 8 shows in one. But yeah, All-Star show is crazy. Sam's a killer.
Yeah.
Sam is a fucking killer.
And so like you're doing your thing and then
in a quiet.
Yeah.
A very, very, very quiet sneakerhead.
Oh, for sure.
Very.
Hopefully I asked. I'm trying to get it. She said, yeah.
Okay. I'll plug that for you.
That'll be
my
dope.
Dog. Sam is my dog. Yeah. And very, very quiet. Very quiet, very subtle sneakerhead.
She went on my boy Rob Hayes's.
Shout out to Rob, my guy.
Rob. Yeah. And so like she said that she sold her whole collection.
Yeah. And I've done that too.
Yeah.
I think that's what me and her connected on. Like when I first got into doing this, I had no bread, bro. I had no bread, and I was trying to stay out the street.
Yeah.
So the only thing I had was I had a collection from 2007 to 2016, right? Like that's like 10 years of collecting. And I took it to, where did I take it to? I took it to the sneaker store up on Deer Park Avenue.
Oh.
I took like 300 sneakers.
That's got to be the hardest goodbye.
Oh my God.
The hardest goodbye, bro.
Oh my God, bro.
I wanted to, because like I know we're towards the end of the podcast, but before I ask my last question, I wanted to ask you about like your experience doing the sneaker battle.
Oh yeah, you like that, right? Yeah. I got a lot of respect that day.
Yeah,
a lot of people hit me up and was like, "Yo, you went up against." Shout out to T-Mark. T-Mark's my
shout
man.
out T-Mark.
Like, outside of the sneaker battle, T-Mark is my man.
Yeah,
like that's really my guy. Everybody thought he was gonna smoke me.
I remember that.
And I said, "Oh, y'all bugging." Like I remember when it was announced, people hit me like, "What? What?" Or people being in the comments, "Oh, that's a waste of a spot." Mouse Jones, he's a personality. He don't. I'm like, "Oh, y'all don't know." And I get it because I don't make it my person. It's not a part of my personality. It's not a part of my shtick.
Yeah.
Right? Like this is my everyday life. I put on good garments every day. Like, and shout out to those who it is their thing. I respect it. It's not mine. So I don't post every sneaker I own. I don't make content around sneakers. Not saying I won't. So if somebody gonna pay me to do it,
we can run this back.
We can run it back. But yeah. So I remember, and I knew. I said I gotta fight. I said I gotta fight. I said because he's gonna pull some sneaky shit. I said I'm gonna get team. I said I can beat him. I said it's the luck of the draw at this point. I can beat him.
Yeah.
Like he could win, but I can beat him. It's not impossible. Everybody, I get to Complex. My guy Fresco, everybody talking crazy. Oh, I said, you know what I got here? I start backing out, winning rounds.
Yeah.
I would have won if he ain't do the craziness with every Yeezy.
Yeah.
Because I had already beat him in a round with the Yeezys. So I couldn't bring him back.
Right.
When he bought out he went 6 Yeezys crazy on me. I said, oh. I said, I owe you. But yeah, like I got a lot of respect for the sneaker community that day. Like a lot of the chatter, it was okay. A lot of the chatter was different.
Yeah. So we're towards the end of the podcast. I want to ask you this last question. It deals with a little visualization. I want you to think back to when you were younger, you're about to get those true blue threes.
Yeah.
Now you're older you, behind your younger self. What would you tell your younger self as he opens that box?
I would tell me to do exactly what I did. And it's like, appreciate these.
Yeah.
Like, appreciate these. This is the beginning. Like, you're never going to feel like this again about a pair of sneakers.
Yeah.
You only get this one time. And honestly, in that moment, I did just that. Like, I savored my sneakers. I got home, wiped them down, put them back in the box, like everything. So, yeah, I would just tell myself to do that same thing. Just do it again, man.
Yeah.
Because of that time and intention I had around that, I will forever be able to associate these with, one of the most funnest, innocent times of, your like tumultuous teenage years.
Yeah.
So that's what I'll tell him.
Man, that's love. I love that.
I might have told him get another pair.
Yeah.
Double up.
Double up.
Tell Pop get another pair.
Tell him run it back. Let me get.
You couldn't, man. That was the only thing that was rough about them times. There was no doubling up, bruh. There wasn't no doubling up because you remember that pair was from 3 years prior.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? There was no doubling up, brother.
No doubling up.
So, yeah.
Shoot. Let everybody know where to find you, man.
Man, listen, you can find me at Mouse Jones on everything. You can find, make sure you subscribe to the Guy Next Door podcast.
Yes, sir.
Make sure you follow at Trap Karaoke. See the next time we in your city.
This is going to be dropping before the August show.
August 7th.
Yes.
Deadass Comedy Show.
Pull up.
We're every first Thursday. So if you miss August 7th, we'll be at SOB's the following first Thursday. The first Thursday of every month. Go to deadasscomedyshow.com. Get your tickets. That's where we at with it. You can get your tickets. Also, this month for the first time, we're doing a doubleheader.
Hey.
So we got an early show and a late show. So if you want to stay for both, we love you. If you get off work and you feel like you want to get a little dinner, do that, and we'll see you at the late show. If you want to go to the early show, get you a late dinner, we'll see you there. Either way, we'll see you.
I mean, I'm there.
My guy Haas is in the building. In
the building. And you know where to find me, Who is Haas on all social media. I'm gonna kick it to myself. Gonna do the Patreon shout outs and support the Patreon. Before I say that, support the Patreon.
Support the Patreon, man. Pay the man.
So yeah, that's it.
Thanks again for checking out this week's episode with Mouse. Also, wanted to thank you for staying to the end to hear these shout outs. As you know, you can also get a shout out after every episode by joining Patreon at patreon.com/myfirstkicks. But on to the shout outs. Shout out to Adam Neustader for kicking off this whole thing. Then Ross Adams, also Derek, aka Fresh Poetic. And wow, we got a newcomer. Previous guest, Adam Butler, who you may know from the MSR podcast. But starting this Patreon is a way to help me continue to grow the podcast. Also, it'll help me build out what I guess I'm calling the ecosystem around the podcast. As you know, this is my brainchild, so I am trying to grow this and bring everyone who checks out an episode along for the ride. But I guess this ride starts off in a DeLorean because I'm currently uploading the first 10 episodes that have been wiped from all DSPs to the Patreon. They will only live at the $5 tier, and you can only access them there. And also, I'm promising that for every 10 new patrons, I will record a Patreon-only episode with a previous guest. Once we hit 10 patrons, I'll announce the guest and when that episode will drop. Of course, I'll be asking what else you would like to see and drop Patreon exclusive only content on there, like newsletters, and you'll get first looks at merch, maybe even early guests, maybe even early episodes, just whatever is available to me and to y'all, basically. I also have this trip to Portland coming up that I mentioned previously, and whatever I experience there and witness will only be shared on the My First Kicks Patreon. But if you are new here and want to check out more episodes, check out these 2 episodes here. And of course, wear your kicks. Peace.